What's up, you guys? It's Dakota, and I wanted to run through the prelim card of UFC 125. I already did my main pick, so if you haven't seen that, you should check that out. And yeah, let's get right into it. Antonio McKee versus Jacob Volkman. Antonio McKee, he's making his debut. He was a long-time MFC lightweight champion, and I saw his last fight, which he was contemplating retirement because even though he's such a good fighter, he is very, very boring, and he really didn't do much, and he doesn't really have anything sort of highlights. He finished the only man to ever beat Jose Aldo in his last fight, and I'm pretty sure that's what got him signed with the UFC, because if he didn't finish that fight, he was going to retire. And fighting Jacob Volkman, I don't like Jacob Volkman, not really at all. I really don't know why. He talks pretty high of himself for someone who hasn't really done that much, and yeah, I haven't really been impressed with that much what I've seen from him. I understand he's a pretty high-level grappler, but Antonio McKee is a very high-level wrestler, and I don't see him being able to do anything. And if Antonio McKee comes out the way that he came out against in his last fight, he can finish Antonio McKee with some ground and pound and maybe open up a nasty cut like he did in his last fight. So I'm gonna take Antonio McKee. Even saying that, I'm still gonna say Antonio McKee by decision. Next fight, we got Daniel Roberts versus Greg Soto. Both men only have one loss on their record. I don't really like Daniel Roberts. He's coming off of a very impressive anaconda choke, over Mike Guyman. And I don't know. I saw him fight when he fought Doomsday. He did something really cheap. He went for a glove touch. Right after the glove touch, he got a big takedown and looked like he was gonna try and finish the fight really early. And I just thought that was really cheap. I didn't like seeing it. I don't know, I just didn't like him after that. And Greg Soto, he's a pretty good fighter, only lost once, I think, by a DQ. And yeah, they're both pretty good. I think Greg Soto probably has a little higher level striking. I haven't really seen any Daniel Roberts that good, in his strikes, but yeah, it's a pretty close fight. I don't really know. I'm gonna have to say Greg Soto probably just by decision. Next fight, we got Mike Brown versus Diego Nunes. This is Mike Brown's return to the UFC. He fought there before he did all his WEC stuff. And Diego Nunes is a pretty tough guy too. He's only lost once. He's pretty tough. He did pretty good in the WEC. And now they're both making their UFC debuts. And saying that, though, I think Mike Brown's a lot better. I think he's only lost to a few UFC veterans, and his last loss was to Manny Gambirian, and I think Manny just kind of got lucky and caught him. I didn't think that really proved anything. I think Mike Brown's still a great fighter, so I'm going to have to say Mike Brown probably by a TKO. I'm going to say a second round TKO. He's going to get a finish. The next fight is Brad Tavares versus Phil Baroni. I really hope this is put on Spike. I'm a big Phil Baroni fan. I just like the guy. That quote, "I can't dance, I can't sing, so that's why I fight. Don't ask me another fucking question or stupid question." I thought that was pretty funny. And Brad Tavares, he's a tough guy. I watched him on The Ultimate Fighter. I didn't really like him. He would hang out with that guy with the afro. He's just a dick. And I don't know. I didn't really like Brad Tavares that much. Saying that, Brad Tavares probably can control. I don't know if he's gonna be able to take Phil Baroni down. Phil Baroni normally comes out exploding, and he definitely can finish Tavares, but if he doesn't, he's probably going to gas. So, I don't know. Phil Baroni needs this for his career to prove that he's not done with, and I don't know if he can do it against Tavares. It's a pretty tough fight to call. Just being such a big Phil fan, I want to say he wins, but Tavares is a young, tough guy, and I don't know. I think I'm going to have to go with... I can't. I want to say Phil Baroni, but I don't think I can, so I'm going to have to go with Tavares by decision. Next fight, we got Josh Grispy versus Dustin Poirier. I'm going to call Josh Grispy just because he was going to win the featherweight title, and I don't really know who Dustin Poirier is. Next fight, this is Marcus Davis versus Jeremy Stephens. I'm pretty sure this is on the undercard. Pretty excited for this fight. If it debuts on Spike or online or whatever, I really want to see this fight. Really big Marcus Davis fan, one of my favorite fighters, and I also like Jeremy Stephens. And like I said in my last video, it sucks when you got to see two guys that you really like fight each other, and they're both coming off a loss. But I think Marcus Davis really needs this a lot more than Jeremy Stephens does. He's a lot older, and he's later in his career, and he's a veteran, and he needs a win. He coming off a pretty bad loss to Nate Diaz, where he was contemplating retirement. He didn't know if he was going to retire or still wanted to fight. He said he was going to make down his 155 debut and finish off his career there. And I mean, now he's saying he feels great and he can make a run, he wants to make a run at the title. And he's been making runs at titles before. He's been in title contention. I think he was when he fought Dan Hardy, and he was in the mix. And I'd love to see him get back in the mix. Jeremy, if anyone can finish him though, it's gonna be Jeremy Stephens. He's got, he's gonna look for the knockout. He's got those big loopy punches, like kind of like Takanori Gomi, but he throws hard. He throws hard. I remember when I first saw him fight against Justin Buckles, I was pretty impressed how hard this guy throws for a lightweight. He can probably finish anyone at lightweight. And I don't know. I want to say Marcus Davis can win this, but I don't know. Like Jeremy Stephens, they're both coming off losses. I don't think Jeremy Stephens lost his last fight against Melvin Guillard. That night, the judges were just horrible. And Marcus Davis got beaten down his last fight. He said he was overtrained. I hope that's the truth. And saying that, I'm going to have to say Marcus Davis by... I don't know. I've seen Marcus Davis fight really good strikers before, and he's finished them by submission, so I don't know how I really want to call this, you guys. Maybe Marcus... I want to say a finish, but I'm not sure. Marcus Davis... I don't know. I'll have to just go with... Yeah, I'm going to go with my heart here, even though I think Jeremy Stephens probably is going to win, but I think I'm going to have to go with the heart pick and pick Marcus Davis by decision. And those are the prelims, you guys. Thanks for watching. I got a lot of support on the other video. I got someone from DXQXTF1, I think, and I checked out his videos, and he's a really cool guy, and I'm really glad that he watched. So if you're watching this, thanks. The support really helped me. Alright, later.